Do we want him to be annoying? Well, if you love your child, then the answer to that would be no.
Jordan's getting a little confused about parenting again, but that's okay, Jordan. We're here to help. We're going to get you situated and back on your feet.
He's going to go through the world being annoying, and everyone's going to frown at him. That's not helpful.
I don't think that you mean to keep saying annoying. Do you mean like harmful behaviors, right?
Well, that's why you need your wife, because you can go ask her, my kids are annoying me. Am I a tyrannical son of a bitch who's touchy?
Yes, you're getting it. Yeah, we should all be checking our biases and emotions and making sure that it's not clouding how we parent. You're figuring it out.
And if your child's a horrible little monster because you're afraid of disciplining them or you don't know how to do that properly, then what they're going to do is they're going to experience nothing but rejection from other children and false smiles from other parents and adults. Your job as a parent is to make your child socially desirable by the age of 4.
The problem with Jordan Peterson is that he is an incredibly intelligent person and he's very good at intermingling the truth with bullshit. And I'm not just here to shit on Jordan Peterson. I want to talk about something that every parent should be thinking about. And in his defense, he's getting confused about something that a lot of professionals struggle with. And this is something called behaviorism. And it's this idea that all of our behaviors are learned. All of our behaviors are simply byproducts of conditioning. There is nothing innate about our brains or ourselves that impacts our behavior. And adversely, changing someone's behavior has little to no impact on their well-being. Now, if you are not the parent of an autistic child, I still encourage you to stick around for a second because I'm going to bring this back around, but it is something that you should be thinking about. If you are the parent of an autistic child, you've likely heard of applied behavior analysis, or ABA therapy. The idea behind ABA therapy is to teach autistic children necessary or useful life skills while limiting harmful behaviors, which is amazing. That is such a good goal. That is something that we should be teaching all of our children. But in actual practice, what ends up happening a lot of the times is you have well-intentioned professionals that struggle to tell the difference between someone being able to do something one time and expecting them to do that thing all the time, or recognizing when does a behavior change from harmful to just different or weird or unconventional or annoying, which gets doubly difficult when you're trying to teach that person how to navigate social situations or respect other people's needs or boundaries. And when you have professionals that do not understand the impact of changing someone's behavior to act in ways that are not conducive to their brain, you end up with autistic children that suppress their needs and emotions and boundaries and limitations, all in the sake of behaving in a socially acceptable way. There's absolutely a value in a necessity to teach your kids social skills, whether it be the utility of knowing how to do those things for their own life and their own benefit, fostering relationships, but also the need to be respectful of other people, both with words and their bodies, and being a productive member of society. And maybe that is what Jordan meant when he was talking about being annoying. But as you can see, he has a pretty clear line of messaging over the years, which is that a parent's responsibility is to punish a kid so as to get them to conform to society's expectations. Conforming is actually a very big theme in Jordan Peterson's messaging in general. Just look at how he talks about people's preferred pronouns. He absolutely hates the idea that he would have to use someone's pronouns if they're not what he has prescribed to them. He uses his background in education and psychology to very carefully push an outdated and harmful worldview. All children, including neurotypical, are supposed to be annoying. Kids have different brains than adults. We exist in different worlds. Kids have a lot of energy. Adults don't. Kids need a lot of compassion and affection and cuddles. And adults are overworked and tired and overstimulated. And they probably aren't getting their own needs met. Kids are incredibly intelligent in ways that we don't give them credit for, but they lack the life experiences that we have. So they do things that seem odd or silly or annoying. And I say this as someone that has struggled with this a lot as a parent. I left my childhood feeling like I was supposed to be a small person, and that is not something that I want for my kids. So very often in public, my kids will put me in situations that make me very uncomfortable. And it has taken me 6 years to get okay at recognizing that in those moments, if they're not hurting anyone, I need to address my own discomfort instead of shutting down what they're doing. I'm also autistic. I get overstimulated, and it gets very difficult and confusing to recognize when I should be respecting my limitations and boundaries and when I'm smothering my kid's personality. And those are difficult concepts to wrestle with. Jordan, I know that you're never going to see this, but the problem with your worldview is that you don't seem to understand that snuffing out a child's personality for the sake of your comfort is some pretty small-minded shit. And yeah, it's difficult. It is hard to address your own emotions while also empowering your kids and defending them from bullies. But that is what big people try to do. And if you are genuinely so concerned about this epidemic of people doing annoying things, maybe we should be embracing our children's natural tendencies to be accepting, instead of teaching them that different is aggravating.